Did you know that Native Americans have their own songs and dances? What kind of song and dances come to mind when you think about the diversity of Native American tribes in the United States of America? Today, we're going to discuss the type of dances that you would see if you were ever to go to a powwow. What is a powwow, you might ask? Well, the history of powwow is not linear. The word powwow itself stems from the Algonquin tribe of North America, according to Liz Hoffmeyer from the Smithsonian Folklife Culture and Heritage Center. Because powwow consists of so many nations, there is a wide variety of dance styles, over 10 plus. As a powwow dancer myself, I can tell you about these dances. Me and my family, we travel to lots of powwows every year across the country. For example, we've gone to Grand Ronde, Oregon, which is my wife's tribe, the Grand Ronde Confederacy. My family are dancers. We've all been dancing since we could walk, and when we go to powwows, we dance in our own specific dance styles. I'm going to tell you about 3 of those types. First is the men's grass dance. Second, the women's jingle dress dance. Third is the men's fancy feather dance. The first style that we are going to cover is the men's grass dance. This style of dance takes its origins in traditional ceremony, which was reserved for highly honored war veterans that were initiated into a grass dance society. According to Adolf Hungry Wolf, the author of Powwow Dancers and Craftwork Handbook, the Omaha people transferred the grass dance society to the Lakota Sioux in the 1800s. From there, it gained vast popularity. Because so many different nations utilize this dance style, there's a variety of style. For example, the Omaha people wore grass ornamentation on their outfits to symbolize their war deeds and the buffalo. For this reason, the dance became widely known as the grass dance. Here is my visual aid for a grass dancer. Here's a photo of a grass dancer. Here you will notice that he's wearing a porcupine headdress, a beaded headband, a beaded apron, beaded cuffs, beaded moccasins. Under these, he's wearing a regalia that is very ornate, a shirt and pants. Unlike our first dance, our second dance is a newer style. Our second powwow dance will be the women's jingle dress dance from the Ojibwe tribe. This style is a newer style which takes its origins during the early 1900s. Told by Paul Gowder, the author or the founder of powwows.com, our national guide for powwows. The legend of the jingle dress begins with the sickness of a medicine man's granddaughter. When he prayed for help, a vision came to him in his dreams. This vision showed him the dress and how to utilize it. With this vision, the entire tribe came together to perform a healing ceremony for the young girl who went on to live as a lifelong jingle dress dancer. The dress itself also traveled across the nation, giving healing to those who utilized it. Here's a visual aid of a jingle dress. Here, you will notice that she's wearing cones of curled tin, which are silver or gold, fastened to a dress in subsequent rows starting from the waist downward. This is paired with moccasins, beaded moccasins. The accessories include plumed feathers, center feathers, feather fans, beaded cuffs, beaded leggings, and a beaded cape. Just like our second dance, this third dance is also a new dance. Finally, our third dance, the men's fancy feather dance, which comes from the Ponca tribe of Oklahoma. This is a new dance, as I mentioned before, which comes during the 1920s when it gained popularity. The men's fancy dance was invented by a member of the Oklahoma Ponca tribe. His name was Gus McDonald. He invented this dance to be fast, fancy, and beautiful so that people would have something to look forward to. According to Gowder from powwows.com. Today, all tribes in the powwow world of North America use men's fancy dance at their own powwows in each state. All men's fancy dancers are also allowed to perform in the Men's Fancy Dance World Championship, which is held by the McDonald family in Ponca, Oklahoma, even to this day. Here is a visual aid of a men's fancy dancer. Here, you will see that he's wearing a beaded headband, beaded apron, beaded cuffs, a beaded belt or leather belt, thick leg furs, loud bells, and beaded mocks. On top of that, he is wearing porcupine headdress with feathers, 2 main feather back bustles, and 2 arm bustles with 2 sticks. Out of all 3 dances, the men's fancy dances is the most challenging and athletic. Let's talk about the styles that we've reviewed. Throughout this presentation, we've discussed 3 popular powwow dance styles. First, men's grass, second, women's jingles, and finally, third, men's fancy feather dance. The diversity of cultures in powwows is represented by how many dance styles are utilized from other tribes. They are historically traditional, inspired by tradition, or newly adopted. They are powwow. Have a great day.